All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think this will come out like 5 weeks after the last one. Episode 7 finally comes out. We live in a time where the Nintendo Switch 2 is officially on store shelves, but you probably
The
shouldn't
Nintendo
buy
Switch
it.
came out?
Yeah, the Switch 2.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll get to that. The Switch 2's out, and you probably shouldn't pick it up, but you probably already did. But on the bright side, Hatsune Miku's in a racing game.
Woohoo!
Uh, I got Coolshirt and Sonic here again, so we're gonna talk about that, and probably God knows what else in between. But
There's a lot to talk about these days.
there really is. I mean, you know, I'll just start with this. Switch 2 came out this past week. This is being recorded on the 7th. Came out on the 5th. And dude, with all the hype that was around it, like you think, oh, this thing's getting gobbled up immediately. Like you're not gonna see any of them
Fuck
for
nah.
like 2 or 3 months. I went
Fuck
to
nah.
I went to
Bruh.
two oh what you got, Sonic?
All right. I work in a retail store. All right.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you
I'm eating.
yeah, no, you're good, you're
Uh,
good.
I work in a retail store, as these guys know, and one of my friends work in the electronics, and he said they didn't really sell out, and not a lot of people came and bought it.
Yeah.
So that just kind of proves the point. Like it was like the hype was just fake.
Well, you you say that, but like there were so many like pictures and videos because apparently I didn't know this. They did midnight releases for the Switch 2. Like they did it at GameStop and Best Buy, to my knowledge.
But don't you
And
want to talk about the stapler incident as well?
we'll get to the stapler incident. Don't don't jump ahead. And
No, that's the best part of it's a GameStop release.
oh, Attack of the Stapler. Yeah, I know.
Talking the stapler, yeah, I know it's my favorite movie.
Yeah. So they made it seem, well, for lore purposes, the TOS when you buy a like Switch 2 is in terms of service, yeah. Um they're not the greatest. The To sum it up, you do not technically own your console, and for any reason Nintendo can decide, "Hey, we're
Fuck
breaking your
you.
console." Granted, they say it's only for when you modify it, but you never know. We know how absolutely awful Nintendo can be. Who's to say that at some point you're not going to comment something about a Nintendo game and they're just going to be like, "Oh, we don't like this guy." Breaks your Switch. You know, they trace your
Break
account.
his
And
break his knee, break his kneecaps.
break his break his kneecap. Basically, video game mafia over here. That's not even including the fact that games have now been pushed up another $10, 80 to 90, depending on what it is for standard editions. And on top of that, they're really weird and purposefully vague uh, game card system. It's meant to be confusing on purpose. And to be honest with you, this is just me, and I think you two can attest to this. The lineup for the launch titles of games is not that great.
What do
I
you mean not? It's atrocious.
Yeah, I
There
mean
really is like one exclusive. Everything else is like
Yeah.
either like an emulation port
backwards
or just
compatibility.
old backwards
Yeah.
compatibility. That's literally it.
Yeah.
All they have.
Yeah, and it's kind of sad that they are banking on backwards compatibility. Now, granted, I mean
Yeah, if you want to
the
pay an extra $10 or $20 for remaster of Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom.
yeah, well, I
It's not
saw
even a remaster. It's just like a graphics update. That's it.
it's graphics slash performance updates that had Nintendo actually put out this a proper console wouldn't need to have been a thing in the first place. And
Yeah.
I mean, on top of this, you can either buy the new games and what I can only describe as some of the ugliest packaging since Nintendo Selects on the 3DS and
Did they? I
Wii
don't even
U.
think they really changed any of like the UI or packaging, did they?
So the
Like
packaging is
the box for the Switch 2 looks exactly the same as the Switch 1.
Yeah.
no
Because I used to work at Walmart as well, and like it looks exactly like the OLED Switch box.
no, not the box. No, the game boxes.
Oh yeah, well, like you mean like the game, like for the actual game titles themselves?
Yes.
What do they change with them? Just the
So
color?
there's a lot more red on it now. It's basically got a red strip right across with just Nintendo Switch and a giant number 2 up there. And you get a lot less of the art. So, yeah. I mean, backwards compatibility has been a thing for Nintendo consoles for a while. I mean, DS could play Game Boy games, 3DS could play DS games, Wii U could play Wii games, Wii can play GameCube games, and so on. But they,
Couldn't the Wii U also play GameCube games as well?
I
Thought it could.
no, the Wii U could not. The Wii U could not play. I mean, the Wii U had the really great Virtual Console, where you could straight up purchase old GameCube games and things like that. But yeah, I mean,
I mean, still the same thing. It's just virtual.
yeah, it's the same thing. It's just virtual, and to be honest, it was great because a lot of these games were on consoles that, of course, had been like retired for a long time, and the prices were getting expensive. And well, nowadays, if you want the to play like your GameCube games, things like that, on the Switch, or heaven forbid, the Switch 2, you have to go. All right, technical difficulties. Let's go. So I don't even know where I was, but
We were
part.
talking about the virtual
Oh
like
yeah,
how
yeah,
the
yeah.
games are-
Thank you. By the way, some of that's getting left in there. I don't care what he has to say on that. Uh, now you have to go. You got to pay for $50 a year for their online, and that's the premium one, by the way, and that lets you play the emulated versions of the things. You can't just outright buy them and keep them. No, not none of that anymore. So
Be preposterous.
yeah, and that's on top of oh, you all have anything to say about this?
Uh, Consoles overpriced. There's nothing of value there. The exclusives are not really interesting to me anymore. Their games themselves haven't interested me for years now. Literally, I haven't been like super hyped for a Nintendo game since the Wii.
Yeah. I agree with Coolshirt. Like, I mean,
And I never interacted with the Wii U because I got bored with it.
it's kind of like Call of Duty at this point. Like, I used to be excited for Call of Duties back then, and now it's just like,
Oh, no.
It's died as
Yeah.
as like a excitement thing for me at this point.
yeah,
You telling me
and
that you don't want to watch Seth Rogen like drop the gritty and then dome Nicki Minaj?
Is that Call of Duty these days?
Yes, that's an actual thing. You can. I don't know about the dance move itself, but you can
nah, it's not.
like
The dances are
Sounds
not
about
a
right.
thing.
yeah, but you can basically style on
I
Nicki
know there's like the
Minaj's.
there's like the weird executions and whatnot.
Yeah, you
I
can.
didn't know about that.
Yeah, but like Seth Rogen and Nicki Minaj are in there. Two absolute pillars of humanity, you know?
Yeah.
Yet they'll get rid of that one guy that told a bunch of, online kid enjoyers to leave children alone. Um so yeah.
Wait, who are you talking about? What the fuck?
You didn't hear about that? That like Call of Duty streamer who had like a bundle in one of
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
in one of the COD stores, and he basically, like, I don't know if it was on a stream or in a video. He basically just, and the to my knowledge, the quote was, "Y'all need to leave the kids alone," and they took down that bundle because
Oh,
of
he
that.
made like a thing about. Oh, yeah, I did hear about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
about child
you know,
enjoyers.
yes, the trans community. Yes.
Was it the trans community?
Yeah, that's what it was about. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, because it was about those. becoming a transformer, and I don't mean like Optimus. But either uh, either way, no. So yeah, I mean, dude, I I'm in a different boat. I was actually excited. There are a lot of games on the Switch that I enjoy. I do not like the Switch platform itself, and the Switch 2 seems to just be more of the Switch. That's
UI looks
why,
exactly the same. It's like basically just like
Bro,
a.
I've heard
It's like the
people say,
equivalency of like the Xbox One X or like Pro or whatever.
yeah, and
Sorry, I
it's
didn't mean to cut you off, Sonic. What were you saying?
honestly, I'm just gonna say this. I've heard people say get the Switch OLED, then like the Switch 2. They say just be honest. Some of them be like, just be honest. I would
Well,
just
because
get
the
the
Switch
Switch
2 doesn't
OLED.
have an OLED screen, I don't think, does it?
no, it does not. I believe I
I feel like
believe
the way they could have justified that insane price tag was give it an OLED screen.
Yeah.
Maybe
So I've heard more people say like, just
I
go with the
mean
OLED.
the way they could justify the price was actually make a good product. And well,
have good games for it.
e-
That would be nice.
okay, I'm gonna be the voice of reason here. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you because I know this is going to sound blasphemous, especially in 2025. I think the price of the Switch is fine. Out of everything that is wrong with the Switch 2, and by the way, when I say Switch, I'm
I have
gonna
more of an issue with the games prices than the actual console.
I think the console is it can be cheaper. I think like 450 should be like the bundle price,
I'd rather buy
maybe.
a Steam Deck though, if I'm being real.
Yeah, same. But the price was never the issue. It was very much
It's about the principle.
yeah, it was very much about the principle. Cuz I vividly remember watching the reveal trailer for it, or not even trailer, reveal direct. And I was like, okay, 450. That's not bad. It's not bad. Like I thought it was gonna. People were like, oh, this is gonna be incredibly overpriced and everything like that. And 450 seemed about right, you know, because when you buy Nintendo, you're not getting like the foremost like specifications. You're not getting the like top of the line parts in terms of like what you can do. You're buying it for first party
Party games, yeah.
IPs. And it's one of those consoles that I don't remember who said it, but and I quote, Nintendo makes the best consoles you buy after you buy your primary console. Whether that be Xbox, PlayStation, PC, this is what you buy second. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. Um,
I used to agree with that.
and the main thing with that is the moment that they came out and they said games will be $80 to $90 for certain games. They always slip those little things in there, and people online just run with it, and it's just so I wouldn't even say sad, but it's so just disappointing to see with with the quality of games not really being what it was. And
Yeah, because they used to put out like bangers like almost every year
yeah,
back in the day.
Yeah.
And like the thing is that Nintendo was iconic for having such a vast library of like awesome games to go play on like the DS or the Wii or stuff like that, or even with like the GameCube and stuff in like that era. And probably with the Wii U as well. I just didn't really experience that. But there was a handful of games for the Switch that I enjoyed, but most of them were kind of mid compared to their predecessors, though. If I'm being honest, like a lot of like the Pokemon games, didn't really enjoy any of the new ones. Just being honest,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
they were all kind of mid.
ever since Pokemon jumped to 3D, the quality has steadily
It's just been
declined.
horrible.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
Well,
I
not horrible, but like you just said,
it's
declining.
been declining to the point where, in my opinion, now it is horrible. The
Like I like the Pokemon designs. I just think the gameplay's bad.
Yeah.
oh yeah, no, I mean
Go
Pokemon
back
and
to go back to 8-bit Pokemon, please. Like,
sick,
For real.
sick,
That's
like,
my thoughts exactly. Like I think 8-bit was perfect. I still think there's great
S-
8-bit games out there. I feel like that
It
I would
was
enjoy them
It was
more.
16-bit, by the way.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you got to get all technical with us, man. I see how it is.
Listen, if we're unlike certain people who criticize, things and then instantly flip flop on it just so that they can make a buck. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this right.
Okay, that's
You,
fair.
you know, I'm not gonna go and rag on the Switch 2 and then day one run out
buy
to
it.
go and buy one, and say that, oh, I just got lucky. I'm not one of those people. I had, and he knows who he is. The
He's never gonna watch this, but that's
Yeah,
hilarious.
he's never gonna watch this, but he knows who he is. Um,
That's
no,
right, Mudahar.
yeah, good enough for me. No, but s the main thing is like I had.
The Christian medallion really soured his fucking skull, my guy.
Okay, you're gonna need to give me that lore dump after this episode.
I'll send you the photo.
Oh
Even better.
God, no, like I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm really thinking about this is like a personal thing of like just a list of things that I would much rather purchase than a Nintendo Switch 2. That might be a video. Keep an eye out for it here.
One of them.
Rather buy crack
It has to
cocaine than buy
pick
that.
one of them.
I wouldn't go that far.
Hasue Miku racing.
Life-size Gardevoir is going to be number one. No,
Funny enough, they're the same price.
are they serious?
Yes, they are. I saw a meme about that the other day.
Oh
where
my
it
God.
was like decisions. Why not both? It's the Switch 2 and then they have life-size Gardevoir.
Life-size
I said it.
Gardevoir. I own neither of them, but I'm gonna be honest with you. A life-size Gardevoir is more appealing to me than the Nintendo Switch 2. But that's also because Gardevoir's been my favorite Pokemon for like a really long time. And I'm not a. It has nothing to do with gooning. I'm not a fucking gooner.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. The I'm not to the same level as you. You're right. We got to do this right. I'm sorry. We can't
gotta do this right.
we can't
No
flip flop
flaky
that
shit
easy.
here.
We can't flip flop that easy.
He's gaslighting his fans.
The 4 people that watch this, which is like my immediate family and that one friend who's got
The
nothing
cat
better
that's in
to
the room.
do. Yeah. And, no, it's actually my 4 fish. I just set up the podcast on loop, like right in front of them when
Fish cooking.
You can't say that, Sonic.
Wait, what's wrong with that?
You can't say the second thing. The first part's fine. You can't say the second thing.
You can't say cucking?
No, I'm pretty sure you
I
can.
don't know. There's that really like popular what's his face a political streamer who's like a huge fucking cuck. I mean, what's his name? Destiny? Yeah, that guy.
I was gonna say it's an insult to iDubbbz and his intelligence, but I mean, yeah, that also
That too.
works.
You're right. That's
Alright,
another
cut
one.
it,
That's
cut it. All right. We have to cut it. I'll redo it.
No,
Say your 4.
no. You're keeping that in.
no, you're stuck with that.
I'll leave if you take that out.
No, so in actuality, like just the idea of like really dumb things. Like I know that like $500, especially like in this economy, doesn't really go as far as it used to. But I think it would be absolutely hilarious to make a video of like things you could buy instead of a Switch 2. And they can't be practical at all. Like I
No,
said,
it's gotta be like like a sad
Number
puppy.
Number one.
Like a puppy from a shelter or some shit.
Number 1, you could do with $500. Spend 100 on a stripper.
no,
Number
no,
2.
Oh my god.
no. You have to. If you're gonna do this, you have to do this correctly, right? And you have to blow all 500 in one purchase. All
Yeah,
right,
you're right.
and
All right.
like,
New graphics card.
can you? Nah, dude, it would be heavily used graphics card. Especially if you're a friend of this podcast named Fifth Power. But I
Yep.
bully him enough off recording, so I don't need to bully him here.
He's the one the comment section tried to cancel.
Yeah, he's that one. He went womp womp over a guy who died like a decade and a half ago.
Yeah, I know. Womp womp.
Yeah, there you go. No, but man,
Yeah,
Aw, womp
womp womp to
womp.
fist legs.
oh yeah, he, you know, you all can sit here and try to cancel him because he made something funny, but no matter what you do, will
You'll never cancel
never
Always
his
comes
part
back.
as the
no
U.S. military.
no will
He
never
always
be
comes
able
back.
to do any more damage to both his mental stability or his body than the U.S. government already did when he was in the army.
Amen. Or his
Uh,
squad teammates.
no, I don't even think his teammates did. I think it was just him. I think it
Yeah,
was
you're
just
not
his
wrong.
poor life decisions. Number one, he joined the
No,
army.
I meant like squad the game, like like the game squad. That's what I
Oh,
was referring to.
yeah,
Like he plays that
I can't imagine like being in the military only to want to play military simulation games afterward.
for the rest of your life.
Yeah, but like I said,
It's called nostalgia, Fire. I need to understand it.
is that what they call PTSD nowadays? Nostalgia.
Yeah.
Amen, brother.
Gramps is off his meds
Oh
again.
man, dude, we're not Frogan. You need to chill.
Oh shit, Gramps is off his meds again. He's saying
Uh-huh.
he's in Vietnam. Someone stop him.
It's like Helldivers, Helldivers
Oh shit.
PTSD. The trees are
Gramps is
speaking
playing
binary.
Helldivers. He thinks he's in fucking Nam
They're
again.
speaking robotic Vietnamese.
No, dude, they're speaking binary.
They're speaking binary. Oh man.
No, but the most kind of switching back to like Nintendo and their stuff, dude. You would save so much money just not buying this stuff. One, because it's not worth
You could burn it. You could burn it on something way better, like $1,000 gaming computer.
a $500 gaming computer.
Or
Yeah,
if
that
you
won't
wanna
be able to run
really
anything though.
irresponsible,
Yeah. Well,
spend it on a collectible.
Some things.
you can spend it on a Moby Huge.
Yeah, you're right. That's a pretty good purchase, to be honest.
And
Lot of uses. Out of
yeah,
that.
you can get a lot of uses out of that. You can use it as a hat rack.
You can use it as a chair.
So you're saying I can use it as a chair, become Spartan Jerome, and beat the living shit out of someone?
I was about to say you could use it for self-defense. Like,
Yeah, too. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you can wield that thing like a fucking greatsword.
dude, where are the gun tubers when we need them to test the the bullet stopping capabilities of a Moby Huge? Where are they? You know?
Or the bullets that come out of it.
Yeah. Like, speaking, I'm surprised they haven't made like they probably have, and I just haven't seen it. But like an even more phallic suppressor.
Oh, they definitely have. I
Yeah.
don't know. I think I know. No, I can think of a few.
Yeah, but either way, no, dude. The other thing with the Switch too, and it's not even the Switch itself, but like, man, just gaming in general at this point, like it just seems like the consumer cannot get a win purely because of the fact that the gamers make political party like bickering actually seem cohesive to some extent, because hear me out, right? The At least one side agrees that we need to do this. The other side's like, nah, we hate you just because you did that. Gamers say one thing and oh my god, never mind, they're just Democrats and Republicans. Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Grandpa. I'm sorry, Grandpa. That went nowhere.
That didn't go very well.
But then again,
Grandpa.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad.
You got like gamers, and then you have the fake gamers. You have like your League of Legends players, and then you have people that walk
Gotcha,
outside every once in a while.
No, okay, listen, I was outside today, all right? And
Yeah,
I
so
was,
was I.
I mean, no,
You
when,
can tell I do not have Riot launcher installed on this PC.
yeah, no,
It's the night that
I-
I've seen the sun.
I am, I'm much more, in my opinion, of a believer that you can tell who a real gamer is by the reasons why they do certain things and like the games that they play and for how long that they play it. Because
Yeah,
here,
especially when you have 2,000 hours in Team Fortress 2 and you've been banned 30 times. You can really tell that that guy's a real gamer.
is that it? Is that how you can
That's
tell?
not me. That's a friend of mine.
Oh my god. I mean, then again, I'm pretty sure I have like over fuck, dude. I think I have like over 6,000 hours in Destiny, like the second one.
Across both games, I think I'm
No,
close to like both Destiny 1 and Destiny 2. I think I'm like around the 6,500, around that.
yeah. Dude, I remember back in the day when my record was like 700 hours in Fire Emblem Awakening, and I was so proud of myself. I was like,
I thought it was impressive to get like 300 hours in a game.
yeah. And then I realized,
I was wrong.
God, I need to go outside more.
That too.
But then
Yeah,
again,
when you go outside, you can't get thousands of hours on a video game.
yeah, but back in the day, I literally only went outside to acquire more video games. Like this was back when you could actually go to like thrift stores and like pawn shops and places like that and get good deals on games, you know. And I'm talking like you could get Pokemon for like $5. You cannot get that anymore.
Never again.
Yeah, I mean, no, but dude, so many people just would. They went there. There was immediately like right after Switch 2 came out, right? They people jumped on it and were like, this is absolutely awful. We need to boycott this. This is unacceptable. You, of course, had your defenders of it. You'll always have those people who, for I don't even know, they like white knight for Nintendo as like their day job or something.
Oh, it's called being a fanboy. It's like the Sony cucks.
No, no, listen, because I hate this. I understand that fan is short for fanatic, all right? But I would call myself a fan of Nintendo, a fan of a lot of things. But
He's a fan of Breath of the Wild.
I mean, I'm
don't
an
lie,
Xbox fan,
don't
but I'm
lie
a
to
fan
these
of
people,
Xbox.
Sonic.
I'm an Xbox fan, but I'm a fan of Xbox 360 era Xbox, not the current era.
Yeah, I'm same. But like I'm a fan of a lot of things, but I've always been like even when times are great, I I will criticize every little minute detail. Like, I mean, the best example I can give, and this this can date me or not, I don't care. But like, I am, and everyone here knows it, a huge fan of the New England Patriots, and in specific, Tom Brady.
Yeah, he's one of those guys.
I'm not one of those weirdos that has like a shrine or anything.
He's got a cardboard cutout though that he sleeps with.
Okay, that is true.
And a body pillow. Secret body pillow.
Yeah,
Tom Brady.
I own 3 body pillows. Okay, 2 anime waifus and 1 Tom Brady.
100% accurate.
And you know, you can do the little Tom Brady role play where you role play as his son. And if you get that reference, I'm sorry. No, but like I remember like just screaming at my television like
When you
every
saw Tom Brady doing what he was doing to his son.
yeah, like every time he'd do something wrong, I'd be like, "God damn it, old man!" And he wasn't that old at the time. It was like,
Trump hat inside his locker.
"God damn it, old man!" uh, but no, like I'm not. I haven't bought a Switch 2. I had the opportunity, like I've been trying to say. I saw 6 of them in the wild today. And I feel like had I stopped at this Target in between the 2 Walmarts, I probably would have seen more, you know? But they there are so many people that criticize. And yes, I know you can tell that oh, it's just bullshit. They're just saying whatever they can say to gather attention because we live in an attention economy. I understand that. I just don't
the clicks.
I don't have to like it, you know, but I understand it. And it's very much a just grifting stance, I guess is the best way to put it, where they, you know, they say all these things and then they
That
buy
word,
it.
though. I don't like the word grifter though. Like,
I
I
don't
never really
either.
understand exactly what it means.
Yeah, I don't like it either. Hypocrite is still like the best.
Yeah, but that one's been the lost its meaning as well, which
Yeah.
sucks because that's like the most accurate word.
Yeah. Now, granted, let me say this. If you never criticized anything and you just bought a Switch 2, that's fine. I don't hate anybody for buying a Switch 2.
At the end, it's your decision, your money.
Yeah.
It's not ours. It's
Yeah,
not
if
ours.
you're a hardworking American or any country, I don't really care what country you're in, but
I do. Um
well, actually, yeah. I don't know why you had to include that, but okay. But yeah, like it's fine to buy a Switch too. Not everyone's a part of this whole like, I guess, anti Nintendo movement, but it's just like they're becoming more and more anti consumer, and I just think that people need to vote with their wallet if they don't support that.
yeah.
And if you're not a part of that movement and just being negligent about it, then I mean,
Or
oof.
or if you
But
just want one because the
you want to play Mario
lineup,
Kart with your
yeah.
homies.
That's
But the thing
fine.
is that just buy an OG Switch though, like, or just
Or the
buy a Wii.
OLED, like just get the OLED.
No, no, the way I would put it is like in the words of Sequard
Already.
of Katarina, you should have waited.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's been like my favorite quote in a while. No, but like
Oh no,
I
you should have waited.
yeah, like there's no fun. Like there is. Oh my god, that Carnifex on your screen. Coolshirt scared me.
That scared the shit out of me too. I was like, I didn't see the name pop up. I was like, oh,
As literally, he was looking for your.
Zooms past me.
He
It
was
was
looking
like
for
watching
your.
like a Looney Tunes scene or some shit. It was like some Looney Tunes.
Nah, dude, he was looking for your teammate to tell him about his car's extended warranty.
Yeah, you're right.
No, but we live in a FOMO culture too. It's all about, like I said, it's all about attention, and there's so much FOMO, and I understand, with how like scalping has been, and I want to say Pokemon because like that's the first one you can think
It's
of that comes to mind. But to be
it's
honest,
everywhere though.
yeah, like you think of the
remember the
PlayStation 5,
PS5
yeah,
launch? Yeah,
PS5
PS5
launch,
launch.
X
All the scalpers and stuff. Like a lot of people I know bought it from scalpers.
Yeah, Xbox launch as well. I mean, as much as I'm not a fan of Halo Infinite, I actually really really wanted the Master Chief Pro controller. And if you don't know what it looks like, boom, it's on screen right now. I've never seen one. All I know is that for some godforsaken reason, they are incredibly expensive.
I also
Why?
hate the idea of all these
Dude,
like
I still have
online
my
only
Halo
purchases
5.
as well.
I know Halo 5 is a bad game, but I still have my Halo 5 limited edition controller for
Yeah,
Xbox.
and it
I never ended up getting that, but I did get a pre-order Halo 5 back whenever it first came out in 2015.
yeah.
And let me say that controller is fucking beautiful. The blue on it, silver, like
Oh,
I thought that controller was actually pretty sick.
oh, you
The
have the
Ghost
lock
one.
one. There's
yeah,
two
the
for
lock.
Halo 5
And
actually.
there's two. There was the Chief
There's
and
the
the
Master
Lock one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think
For
the lock one's better in my opinion. I'm gonna be honest. Like,
I mean, hey, it you have that for all the deceptive marketing and the fact that they should have been sued for false advertisement, but that's neither here nor there. That's a different
Yeah,
episode.
that's a
rip
different.
the Hunt for Truth campaign, man. That whole advertising campaign was a waste of
Dude,
time.
I'm still hunting for the truth of what the hell happened to that actual game.
You're not wrong. Yeah,
The hunt for the truth is the hunt for the real Halo 5.
I remember keeping up with that. Like I took it super seriously, and then the game was absolutely had nothing to do with anything from that campaign at all. And I was just like, what? I was like
You
so
didn't
confused.
you didn't enjoy the Spartan fight that's the akin to just like two
2
women in a
minutes of them
Starbucks just did I just say
having a disagreement.
Starbucks?
Starbucks. Yeah, white
Starbucks.
girl.
Bro, that's like the bruh,
Starbucks.
Mark versus Steve
Starbucks.
that was like the slowest fight ever. They
Yeah.
weren't even
Well,
fighting at that point.
it was just dumb.
You know that the choreography at the local Waffle House being better means that your fight choreography isn't good.
When Master Chief is fighting someone and it's not cooler than a Waffle House fight, you know you did something wrong.
Yeah. And I don't know. I think we're gonna wrap this one up. We'll keep this one short and sweet before we start just looping.
We're not gonna talk about Hasue Miku and racing. Damn.
Yeah, dude, Hatsune Miku made it into the new Sonic game and in Fortnite.
You know, I will say this, and this will be my last thing about this. I've never been a big Mario Kart fan. I've never been like into that kind of genre.
You don't like losing to your friends in a racing game
No.
or ending a friendship?
Or yeah, or beating the shit out of the person you lose.
You don't like
No.
playing Mario Party and beating the shit out of whoever you lose to?
No, because the only person that I'm friends with that I've ever played Mario Kart with quits every time he's in anything other than first place a quarter of the way into the first lap. You know who you are. And so and don't even get me started if he gets blue shelled. No, but that new Sonic
No, he's uninstalling the game if he gets blue shelled.
yeah. So the
Don't get me started on Smash Bros.
oh god, no, don't get me started with that either. The there is a new racing game coming out. What's it called, Sonic?
Sonic Crossroads Racing.
That one.
Yeah.
It has Hatsune Miku in it, and in my opinion, Mario Kart doesn't, and it's $10 cheaper. So
It has Persona.
yeah, it has the Persona people. So you know, if
And Yakuza.
yeah, and Steve from Minecraft.
That too. Yep.
Which by the way, before we wrap this up and end it, I will say this. I can't believe Steve went from being in Smash Bros, which you think it would be an absolute layup afterwards. I will put Steve in Mario Kart. No. They lose Minecraft to Sega.
It's crazy.
Like, come on, Nintendo. Like,
Imagine fumbling the bag that hard.
why can't I have my Ender Dragon cart? But then again, a modder would probably make it, unlike you all.
I want
but-
I want a skeleton cart.
But you'll brick his Switch for it, won't you?
Yep.
Nintendo isn't fun anymore. But buy
They haven't been fun for years.
buy Hatsune Miku cart. That's what I'm calling the new Sonic one. Because that's all I care about.
And then, no. You say you're gonna play as Eggman.
Yeah, I'm gonna main like
And Miku.
Yep, Miku and Eggman. And the Creeper from Minecraft. Those three right there.
I'm gonna main the skeleton from Minecraft.
Dude, those if y'all haven't actually
If they
seen
don't
it.
add a chicken jockey cart, then they were missing out.
Oh, dear. Can we get Jack Black?
just straight up, just Jack Black, just no meme, just straight up, just Jack Black wearing a blue T-shirt.
Yeah,
in the game. That would be awesome.
But the sad thing is that you're gonna have a debuff that your cart's gonna go 5% slower no matter what. And if you can figure out why, nice. No, but
Steve with the fucking hoverboard. Let's fucking go.
Steve,
this hoverboard's a that good.
Yeah, I know. Dude, listen, like,
if they add Jack Black to the game and they put him on a hoverboard, can he hold a guitar while he's on the hoverboard?
Yeah.
And play like metal as he's doing it? That'd be epic.
That'd be hilarious.
Because he used to make like he still has a band and everything. Like he used to like do like those like old.
I thought they
rock games.
disbanded because he said one of his band members said that no thing.
Yeah, you're right. That did happen. Well, I don't think they stopped their tour. I don't know.
Yeah.
They still have music and stuff. I'm just saying, like, well, back in the day, obviously did School of Rock, and like he's done like a couple like metal themed like video games for like the old Xbox and stuff. It'd just be funny if they like recommended like had some of those references.
Yeah. Oh,
he's
dude.
been involved with video games for years.
You know what I wanted?
Jack Black Nacho Libre skin confirmed.
That would be peak.
Oh man, Coolshirt. What the heck, man? I thought you were a pro gamer.
Shut up. Those little green things do too much damage.
Y'all got anything else to say?
Nah, but it has to say Miku Racing.
Yeah, Hatsune Miku race. You know, it's funny. they could probably make so much more money if it was Sonic X Miku. No, never mind.
Don't do that.
It
No,
technically is at this
no.
point. Let's just say.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. At
Ladies
that-
and gentlemen,
at that
welcome
point,
to the rated R Sonic game.
hey, we already have Sonic X Shadow
Like, Shadow
Generation.
Generation.
But nah, Sonic X Miku, we can't go that far. That's the line that cannot be crossed. On that note,
Fans,
thanks.
where they look up Sonic X Miku
Oh,
Generation.
do not make them look up Sonic X Miku.
No, I don't want to. I don't look that up, please.
Yep. Please don't. I'm not responsible for what horrid atrocities, or what
Happened to your search history.
yeah, or what kind of medicine you have to take to forget that. And especially don't add the word inflation to the end of it. But on that note, ladies and
You're just
gentlemen,
begging for problems at that point.
at that point, ladies and gentlemen, take care of yourselves. There's links in the description, all of that algorithm stuff. Thanks once again for Coolshirt and Sonic for being here. Have a good one.